Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Nigeria does not need another weak vice president. Nigeria does not need another weak vice president. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. There are three fundamental principles in choosing a leader, especially when it comes to a country like Nigeria. Character, capacity, and energy are the most essential ingredients in picking a 21st century leader. This simply means that a leader in Africa's most populous nation is expected to be a paragon of integrity, and a high flyer whose capacity in politics and public affairs must transcend both the state and federal government. Nigeria also needs a leader that exudes energy and resourcefulness to drive the dividends of democracy to the people. And having elected Bola Ahmed Tinubu as its presidential flag bearer ahead of the 2023 election, the APC's quest for choosing its running mate must revolve around the aforementioned qualities. So far, 3 names have been shortlisted by the party for its vice presidential slot: Babagana Zulum, the incumbent governor of Borno State; his predecessor, Senator Kashim Shettima; and the current governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasirul Ahmed El-Rufai, are alleged to be the key contenders. But which of these men has all of what it takes to become Nigeria's next vice president? It is no longer a hidden secret that the office of the vice president has for a long time been something of a delightfully bland euphemism for ceremonial leadership in Nigerian politics. An office that has been occupied by a series of men lacking in capacity and ability to inspire economic and political change. Except for Atiku Abubakar, whose effect was in a way felt during his time. All other vice presidents that had emerged since Nigerians' return to the democracy have been merely political spare tires. Goodluck Jonathan, for instance, was rather ineffective when he occupied the second highest office in the land. An unfortunate demise of his principal, the late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, which led to his enthronement as president, was a vindication that occupying political offices was entirely not one of his strengths. GEJ's deputy, The meek and unmotivated Muhammad Sambo also had nothing of value to offer as vice president. Then came in the amiable professor of law, Yemi Oshibajo, one we all expected had the X factor to switch things up. But yet again, we were offered another ceremonial figurehead. This time, a smooth, great talker who, in almost 8 years, has been a little dull. It must be pointed out that Nigeria does not need a manager, it needs a leader. And its purpose follows that for over a decade, the tradition of non-performing attributes has pervaded largely the position of the vice presidency in Nigeria. With that insight, it is expected that the APC's choice of a running mate for Tinubu must be someone viable enough to create the needed political effect. Note that Tinubu's candidacy for the presidency has conjured up a lot of reservations among Nigerians, and if the party must clear several doubts regarding the nation's topmost job, then it must present to Nigerians a good enough vice presidential aspirant. Of all three, Malam Ahmed El-Rufai is by far the most qualified for the job. He is suave, he understands better Nigerians' current reality, and he is genuinely the most detribalized northerner in the mix. The truth also remains that Babagana Zulum will not be bad pick either, but unfortunately, he is not El Rufai. Note that Malam El Rufai single-handedly coordinated all the APC's governors to support the bid for Tinubu's presidency. He is a man who commands more respect in the Nigerian political climate than most of his counterparts. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.